We start with the original 3/8 by 24, add the UHF, and finally, now we have a BNC version of this ever popular feed point. How's it going, everyone? Bob here, KD4BMG, HOA Ham, back with another introduction of a Gabil radio product. And you know what that means. Hang on a second and we'll talk about the discount code. So when they originally introduced this, it was solely the 3/8 by 24 version. Here it is in black anodized, and here it is in silver finish, 5 stars, 3 ratings, 5 stars, 28 ratings. So now we have the UHF version and the BNC version. If you get a look at what we have on the tabletop, this is what comes in a kit. 1 feed point, 1 tripod, 1 lanyard. We'll talk about this in a second, and we'll apply that same logic, what comes in the kit, to these other 2 feed points. Subscribers and viewers of the channel know what comes now. You know that if you follow this link that is in the description below and you use that discount code that I provide, that's going to be valid for 1 week. You get a 15% discount. Normally, Gabil Radio does that on the new introductions, but they're also going to include the original 3/8 by 24. So be sure that you take advantage of that. So let's get a look at what is on the workbench and forget about E. These are all things that you're familiar with. We'll talk about some more of these, now, and when we get outside, we'll do some comparisons here. So as I said, each kit will come with a tripod, a lanyard, and a feed point. This is the 3/8 by 24. This is the UHF, so it's UHF to UHF, and this is BNC, so it is UHF for your coax to BNC antenna. So in each case, all 3 of these feed points, they have a 1/4 20 on the bottom. Not 3/8 by 24 that we're used to in amateur radio, but 1/4 by 20. What does that mean for us? Well, it means that this set of feed points are all user-friendly to the Gabil Radio series of small form factor, high quality antennas. That's what Gabil Radio specializes on. So anything that Gabil Radio has produced in their small form factor series, which is essentially their entire product line, this is a perfect application for that. What does this actually look like for you when you go to use it out in the field? Well, let's just go ahead and put on the BNC now for illustration. This particular tripod has 4 steps on it. And what that means is that you can open this up and have it sit only partially erected, partially up in the air. Let's go to its shortest setting, and that would be its shortest setting right there. So that is all the further that the legs are going to go. And then you can step, take the tension off, and you can step all the way down to the maximum, and it's essentially flat. So you have a gradation of how this can set up out in the field, on the picnic table, wherever you are deploying. So it makes it a very versatile tripod. The other thing you should note is that this lanyard is 1/4 20 on purpose. And that's because this is 1/4 20 on the bottom of each feed point. So if you want, you could snap this onto your go bag on the exterior or inside of your kit, and that way this would stay in place. Do realize that in order to construct this, I believe they're using this bottom hole to make their final solder connection between the top feed point for your radiator and then your center connector for your coax. So do be aware that you have an open 1/4 20 hole here as you are putting this in your bags or you're using it out in the field. So I just bring that to your attention that if you're using this somewhere, say on the beach for a beach POTA, don't toss this thing around. You wouldn't normally do that anyway because you wouldn't want to get sand in your coax feed point. Do realize also that you need to be aware of this bottom 1/4 20 hole that goes all the way through. Good luck seeing that with your eyes, at least with my eyesight at my age. But I got a light on that and a magnifying glass, and sure enough, I can actually see the solder connection on the inside. I think that is how they're doing their final connection. Really interesting. So now, I do want to talk about something here before we go outside and show you some of these other things, and that would be continuity. How are you going to do ground radials on this? Before I do that, let's do this, because this is just crazy. This is absolutely bonkers. So the reason I have some of these other things up here is because you would be familiar with some of these items. I did a video just recently on made in China versus made in USA, and somebody referred to this as the red blob. You know, I'm a fan of this. Sarcasm. Gabil Radio is a Taiwan company, and they manufacture in Taiwan. Are they 100% in Taiwan as far as manufacturing? I don't know how I can possibly answer that question, but I do know that they manufacture most of their product in Taiwan, in region, and then distribute it across the world. Here is the red blob that most of you would look at and go, yeah, that's pretty small. Well, when you look at it in comparison to these feed points are tiny in comparison. You go, Bob, it really doesn't look that small. Well, look at the diameter difference between them. So the red blob is the smallest of these feed points that we can buy out of China. And these all are diminutive next to the rest of these feed points. To give you an illustration further, here is an Altoid bin. Here is a tube of Blistex or chapstick. So you can see that these things are just tiny. Now, there's weight to them, there's substance to them. So this is either ferrous metal that has been anodized, or it's stainless that has been anodized. It's not aluminum, I don't believe. It feels heavier than aluminum. I'm not a metallurgist. That's just my opinion looking at these quickly. One more example. You know, here's just a simple coax connector, a right angle coax connector. Look at that. So these are very diminutive in size, not in performance. I don't know how on earth they pulled that off. Well, I do. Somehow somebody with really tiny tools went inside that 1/4 20 and finished off the solder joint. Pretty incredible. Let's talk about other things that you could connect these with. It comes with the tripod. It comes with the lanyard. So you have everything you need minus coax and an antenna to get started in the field. But you may already own another tripod. I own several small carbon fiber tripods that have legs that will extend out. So, you know, utilize gear that you already have. You saw me when I introduced the 3/8 by 24 that I picked up this really small, solid, stainless 1/4 20 threaded stud to go into the ground. So you have a ground spike that you could pick up and use this in the ground as opposed to the tripod. And then again, there are many things out there very similar to this. This is just an accessory that's used in photography, and you could put this on top of, say, a workbench or a picnic table at the park, and you've got 1/4 20 at the top, and you've got 1/4 20 on the side, and even one that's offset on an angle. So depending on how you need to orient this on a post, because you also have a detent here where you could put this onto some type of a pipe or post. So there are just a number of ways to do an installation. Gabil gets you started right out of the gate, right out of the box, because you've got your tripod, you've got your feed point, you need your coax, your antenna, and your radio. You may already own some of these other items that you could use to deploy in a method that is not this particular tripod. This is a well-constructed tripod. We'll go outside in a couple minutes and talk about the specific antennas you can put on here. Let's first talk about continuity and ground radials. I've mentioned now a few times on the channel that this is my favorite multimeter. I'd like to have a multimeter on my desktop, but I didn't want one that was, you know, 12, 16 inches deep and 10 inches, 12 inches wide. I like this for nursery because it just has feet on the back, and I can fold those feet up and sit it up, and you can get a look at it. And it is a multimeter, a signal generator, and what's the third thing it can do? Doesn't really matter because I don't know how to do it. But I bought it with those other features because someday I do want to learn how to use those other features. Right now, I'm just going to use the most basic of features. And let's talk continuity. I have a short piece of coax here to illustrate. Our outside shield will have continuity. All right. So how are we going to get ground radials working on these things? There is no banana plug puck going on this. Well, your outside shield on the BNC connector, that also is going to have continuity. And then our inside, right, that's our radiator. We already know we're going to have continuity there, but maybe you didn't know we had continuity out here. We do. So that means as soon as I connect here with my coax, the braid has continuity with the outside section of the BNC connector. You follow me so far? We're good. Well, what has continuity on this tripod? Well, this center stud, even though it looks like it's anodized, has continuity with these threaded holes on the legs. So you have a couple of options for ground radials, and it will work across the board here, regardless of which one of these feed points you purchase. So if you decide that you are going to go ahead and use your BNC connector, you go ahead and you get that screwed on, and you get this laid out flat on your picnic table where you're deploying, you have the ability to put a ring terminal right here and go with banana plug radials, right? I can go banana plug to ring terminal screwed onto the leg, because that leg is going to have continuity on the shield. You follow me? Say you don't want to do a ring terminal. Well, you can take your BNC antenna, and in this case I'm going to use one of the HF 750Ts. And let's say that I'm going to, we're going to operate on 24 megahertz. Let's go ahead and get this onto here. And even though that is black anodized, somehow over there in Asia, they have anodized that does not block continuity. Kind of blows my mind. That's not how it works here in the States, but that's how it works over there. So I'm going to get continuity. Let me just flip it this way so you can see it. On the outside of this connector, remember this loading coil gets attached to this telescoping whip. That's right here. So now every one of these loaded coils could be used with this tripod and this feed point, and watch this. We have continuity. So there are a number of ways to do this. You probably have your own homebrew way. You can use a ring terminal to banana plug, or you can take the HOA Ham method. I use this a lot. This will clamp right on top of the SO239 connector here. I should say the PL259 connector. And now I've got continuity out here on my shield. Or I can connect right onto the BNC. And I've got continuity out here to my shield. Hang on. Stop jumping around on me. So there's just a number of ways to get your continuity to your ground radial system. You've got threaded holes here. You've got the 1/4-20 stud coming out of this. You've got your BNC connector. And, depending on what other feed point you're using, you can use the same types of things. Let's just get this outside real quick. You already know what I'm going to demonstrate, but there's a special one I want to show you. You haven't seen it yet. Let's go get a look at it. I envision small gear like this, these tripods, something that we would put at a picnic table at a POTA park or in the backyard if you've got a picnic table there. I often will set up on my truck bed. You've seen me doing that at US 1880 Honeymoon Island State Park. Here I'm using the BNC feed point, and I'm putting out the Elecraft AX1. The aluminum tripod from Gabil Radio is a really nice feature to this kit, but this is that photography clamp that I've showed you. Don't worry about it. Those electric wires that you see in the background, they're probably 25 to 35 yards away from me. This antenna is maybe 5 feet tall once I get it extended. I'm also not operating here. I don't want that RFI interference. This is all about showing you options that you have with small form factor antennas and these new feed points from Gabil Radio. Set up, have a blast. Last and certainly not least, we're backyard portable. Of course, that's how I operate frequently. Living in a home governed by an HOA, I'm all the time putting up antennas in the backyard. This is using that little ground spike that I showed you with the original 3/8 by 24 feed point that I already showed you. Yeah, there it is. There's my 40-meter antenna. It's the new CFS 40 from Gabil Radio. It has a loaded coil at the bottom and then a carbon fiber whip on a spring-loaded base. So you can use this on your vehicle, portable, POTA, backyard in the HOA. They are so stealthy because they are so small. Gabil Radio has introduced a 10-meter version. Yeah, get this thing straight, Bob. Pull it up, push it back in. They've introduced a 20-meter version, and within a couple of weeks, I'll probably be introducing this 40-meter version. This one's going to be a challenge. The 10 and 20 worked fantastic. 40? This is quite the compromise. Just how good can we get this thing? I guess I'll find out, and we'll let you know. So I'm going to put 2 bundles of 3 radials each, 16.5 foot. We'll get these spread out and see what our SWR looks like. It's more about the feed point here. So go get yourself some awesome Gabil radio gear and have fun playing radio. Talk to you later, friend. 73.